Good morning, Apostate peeps. Oh, I have been sitting here trying to figure out how to start this video. Do I want to start this video? Do I even fucking care? Of course I do. Yesterday I got back from a trip back home to Arizona, where I used to live and was raised, mostly as one of Jehovah's Witnesses. We got back at, I would say, 4, home by 4:30. 5:30 I fell asleep. Maybe 6. And I apologize if this video is all over the place, because I woke up so angry. So I went back home last Thursday, stayed with my family. No, see, that's not how I want to start it. Let's start over. And I hesitate doing this video, but then I'm like, you know, Cass, everybody, you're not the only one that has experienced this, and maybe this is one of these times that I need the community. So we got home about 5, and then I fell asleep for about 3 hours, woke up, went back to sleep, and slept another, I don't know, I slept a total of 17 hours. I think my body and my mind and everything is just trying to process, and I woke up fucking angry, and I'm very fucking angry at the governing body, the Jehovah's Witnesses. I don't know how to process everything that I'm feeling, but I feel so much rage. So we went out to visit. Usually we stay in a hotel. I decided to stay with one of my sisters and give it a shot. It didn't work out well. On the 3rd day, she's no longer a witness, but her processing, how she thinks, everything is still so much in, and she doesn't know it. I don't know how to explain everything without like going into the full detail of it. I don't even know why I'm making a stupid video right now, except that I realize that you know, when you feel rage, you have to figure out what's it. Rage and anger is a really super good way for us to express things without dealing with the reality of it. And so what I determined is I just feel fucking helpless. I can see how horribly, it's been a long time since I was visiting there, I could see how horribly my family is still stuck in the Jehovah's Witness thing. What is this? I can't think now. The oldest of my youngest sisters is who we stayed with, and I'm watching how miserable she is and how she seems happy, but she's angry. Almost every hour something will trigger her. She was telling me something. I said, oh, I don't remember you telling me that. I told you that. And I'm like, okay, I apologize. And she just was so fucking angry. And I'm watching her try to control her environment. And I'm seeing how her brain, I don't know how to explain. And all I could think as we were driving back was, I don't have nobody to talk to about this except my husband. My youngest of the sisters, she's out. Like, she knows it's all bullshit, but as I'm watching her live her life, she's living it very much and doing everything she can to control her environment. My other sister's doing everything she can to control her environment the way I used to do everything I can to control our environment, because the way we were raised, we have no control over our environment. And I also who met me at my sister's house was one of my childhood best friends, who is also a witness. She's been out she's been out forever. She's gay, and I've known that since we were kids. And I made two promises to myself when I went into this, and was that I would not discuss politics, because everybody's all riled up from the election. And I wanted to go down and have a good time with my family. Thank you, William the Bloody Hellbound. Are you okay? I know, and here's the thing. I didn't want to post this because I don't like being emotional, but I know I'm not the only one. And that no matter how strong we are, we still get hit with this shit. I feel so helpless that I can't help them. I can't. My youngest sister, she's going to be okay, because she's in her early 20s and she's out, and she and I have a great relationship. And I know that I can be a really good, strong person for her, just like my youngest brother. I think he's going to be okay, but I have two siblings, and they are so miserable. And I can't do anything about it. I can't do anything about it. And it makes me fucking rage. It makes me first pissed off at my parents all over again. Because aside from the Jehovah's Witness thing, they were not easy parents to begin with. And then that makes me think back to the governing body and all this, that my parents were just as indoctrinated, and they still are. I don't want to give up my family, but I don't. So it comes down to feeling helpless. And I don't know what to do with that. I talked to my husband this morning, and that's nice. It's nice that he understands. It's like I want to call my mom, but I can't, because she's in, my best friend from when I was a child. And she's out there fornicating with everybody under the sun. She's baptized but never got to fellowship, just because, they never caught her. And we were going to go on a little trip, and she says, well, I got to call my mom for a minute and talk to her for about an hour. And I said, you delegated an hour? you have to talk to your mom for an hour? And she's like, well, we're kind of looking at this book together. And I said, like, hey, it's hard not to use their names. I said, hey, dummy, I was raised JW too. You're studying with your mom. That's okay, I'm really trying to be careful. I don't want to ostracize anybody, because that does no good, If I say the wrong thing and then they just cut me out, then how can I help them, right? So I said, oh, okay, that's cool. And I said, so you're studying with your mom? And she's like, yeah. And I go, how's that going to work? You're gay, and you're never going to be accepted there. It doesn't, dude, you're a horny person, and I know there's a lot of passion. You're just not going to stop having sex with women. But she said that's the hard part. She goes, but I can do anything. And I know for a fact this is the truth. And so I'm going to go talk to the elders. And my heart was like, I can't imagine what that must feel like to her, to be like, I don't know. It's just fucking confusing to me. It's so confusing. So, and finding out like she's going to try to go back. None of this process, until, little bits here and there, but. So I slept 17 hours. I got up enraged. I don't know. I don't know what to do, and I hate that feeling of helplessness. And that's where I was like, well, hey, stupid. There's a whole slew of people out there who have felt at one time or another the exact way that you feel. And that is why I'm coming to hear you guys, my extended family. I just don't know what to do. That's all I got to say about that. I know I had a purpose for this video, but I don't remember what it was, except to say, I know I'm going to be fine. I have to just do all this processing and everything and figure out what I can do. And then when we were flying back home, there was a video that showed up in my feed. I'm going to be sharing with you guys. It was fucking amazing. It's from the mid 80s. And it was like an hour long. So when we got home, we watched it. And it like set me up. It really validated so many things. It's like, I joke a lot. Worldly spouse says even worldly people do it. That is true. That is true. My thing is I want to deal with it appropriately. I don't want to be reactionary. I don't want to be getting pissed off at people. Is, of course, obviously the last thing to do to keep them close. So what I was saying is, I think after all of this, which I know makes no sense probably to anybody, but trust me, I'll be making a video on it once I can organize my thoughts. Was I joke a lot. Everybody knows. Thank you. I love my coffee cup too. I think the other thing is too, on our way back, we went and stopped at another person's house who was my mom's best friend. She's still a witness. She's in her 70s. And her daughter, who was my age when we were growing up. And they're all still, very much in. And Dennis, Big D, his name's not Dennis. He was, he's saying, he's like, man, these people are so wonderful. He's like, it's awful because they're such good people and they're stuck in this. And I'm like, I know. And it makes me rage all over again. Anyhow, as I was saying, is I joke a lot because that's my way. I ain't saying it's the healthiest ways, but it's my way. And I think what happened was it just hit me so hard that how fucking serious all of this is. Like how fucking damaging. Like these are real people. I know in all of these videos, we all make a lot of videos about, current witnesses, and it's really a fucking travesty. I'm going to show you guys this video later. It's really good. I'm sure you guys probably have seen it already, but it was the first time that I'd seen it. It was really good. It was really, 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 really good. What was the name of the movie? Someone was asking. I don't remember, but I'll post on it later. I hate showing weakness. I hate showing vulnerability. I hate not presenting myself in a way that that I feel confident and that makes others feel confident. But you know what? We're still human. We're still hurting. And even someone like me who has been out for so long, I guess it was just really overwhelming going back there and seeing my childhood friend for the first time in 25 years. My other one since I was 15. And they don't realize the negativity and everything that's still being bred in them. It's so awful, especially I feel like for my sister, the oldest of my younger sisters. I think I have to start coming up with code names for them. Because it's hard to tell stories without mentioning names, and I don't know, I always want to be careful of that. I'm not going to let myself delete this video, even though, because I don't like showing that I'm vulnerable, and I'm still pissed in many ways. I know I've healed in so many ways, but to remember it's not, don't be pissed. It's just a form of me feeling helpless. It just really empowers me to want to do so much more. I want to do so much more. I want to just fucking blow this shit up. I want to manage my anger in a good way. Yeah, me and my sister got into a fight, and I breathe. I was trying to be so fucking calm. And the calmer I try to be when I feel emotion, when I feel heavy emotion, the more it makes me want to cry. Because I don't want to express myself in an angry way. I want my siblings to know that no matter what, as things progress, that I am here. And then I wonder if I don't care if people. Okay, so like my sister, I don't care if she's still believes but is going about her life in a really good way, like still enjoying herself and is just like whatever in the back of her head. I mean, that does bother me in a sense, but it's a whole other story. But when I can see that how they're living, the things that they're doing on a day-to-day basis is so fucking still controlled by the governing body, and they don't think so, they don't know so. They don't even, it's not even a thought in their head. My one sister, so example, my one sister, when I'm talking about, let's call her Emma. She has been out. She's not a practicing Jehovah's Witness. She would be listed as inactive. We were talking. I asked her. I'm going to also do a quick video because if you guys haven't heard about it, there is a petition going around for us, to get records released. And I had said, hey, would you sign this? Well, it isn't. And I told her, and she's like, well, I don't want my records released. She's also a victim of extreme sexual child abuse. And she said, well, I don't want people to know. And I'm like, it's not your details, it's the numbers we're looking for. She, on a regular basis, is a huge gaslighter. And she inherited that from being a Jehovah's Witness. And D was the one who was noticed. He's like, I never really noticed stuff before, but I was really paying attention this time. Like, gaslighting is huge. Thank you, William the Bloody. I don't know if people will watch this video or not. I'll be as surprised if I've already promised myself I won't delete it, no matter how babbly it is or emotional it is, or it doesn't make sense that it is what it is. And one or two people out there is like, okay, hey Cass, I was feeling that way too. Thanks for letting me know I'm not alone, then that's good enough for me. I think that maybe, as emotional as I am right now, this is probably something that I needed as well, to really address where I am in my healing process. I want so much for my family to have peace. I don't understand how there's so much fucking control. How is it there's so much control? Like, my sister's in her 40s. And she's like an elder. She's like gaslighting people. That didn't happen. I didn't say that. Ugh. I hope that I will, as I process this, be able to make more sense of it in a regular video where I can take a deep breath. But I want to share with everyone because I think it's important, because I think everybody goes through this at different stages, but I feel helpless that my mom is stuck in. My aunts, my sisters. Well, my one sister's out, but as I'm watching her control her environment and do certain things, I'm sure I do the same thing. We're doing it, we don't realize that we're doing it because we're still indoctrinated. There's certain things that we still do. And I think forever we're all going to notice those things. I don't know. Anyways, before I bore the fuck out of you guys way too much, there's a lady out there that does some videos. I don't know why when I feel emotional. I think that she really tries to focus on mental health. I'm sure y'all have heard of her, Spoon Fed No More. She's a young person, very bright, And when I find myself like this and know that my mental health is what is being impacted, and I'm angry, and then yet I also feel fucking super empowered. Like, oh, governing body, I'm the last person you really want to piss off. Because now I feel helpless, but like as I guess I'm processing it here, just even talking to you guys, I feel empowered. Like, you know what, I might be one person, but it's the new collective, the XJW collective, that need to get all of this out. And we have the ability now with the internet that we didn't have back in the 80s when we were all, they were saying the same thing. They're doing petitions with the same signs as we're doing now, you know, over in, oh God, I can't think of like personalities, location, because I can't even think. I'm doing something about it. And it's hard to do something about it without losing your family, without them knowing, but I'm pissed. And you know what? Sometimes anger is an amazing catalyst to create change. I love all of you. I thank you all for your incredible support. I'm going to end this video now, and I'm going to take a deep breath, and I apologize for all the babbling here. I love you guys. I'm going to try to get out something sensible fairly soon. And I will see you next time.